I never imagined that the man I spent 20 years loving would one day look into my eyes and tell me I was too old for him. Story time, guys. My name is Esther, and this is my story of how my husband almost destroyed our marriage because he believed a younger woman could give him a better life. When I married David, we were both young and had nothing. We rented a tiny room with leaking roof. Sometimes we struggled to put a food on our table, but we were happy. I supported David when he started his business. When he had no money, I sold some of my jewelries to help him. When his business failed, I encouraged him not to give up. When he finally became successful, I was proud of him. So, we had three children together. I thought we would grow old together because you know how we started. But after 20 years of marriage, everything changed. David became obsessed with his appearance. He started buying expensive clothes, going to the gym, and spending hours looking at himself in the mirror. Like, at first, I thought he was simply taking better care of himself. Then I noticed something else. He started coming home late, which he never did. His phone was always on silent, which he never did. Whenever I asked who he was talking to, he would become angry. One evening, I finally confronted him. Like, yes, I went to him. David, is there another woman you are seeing? I asked him. He looked at me coldly. You are becoming too suspicious, so you better mind yourself. I began to cry. I am your wife. I deserve the truth. I deserve to know the truth. He remained silent. He didn't say anything else. But silence sometimes speaks louder than voice. So, a few weeks later, I discovered the truth. There was a young woman named Vanessa. She was beautiful anyway, confident and much younger than me. But there was a time I was younger. David had been spending money on her. He bought her clothes, jewelries, and even paid her a monthly salary and also pay for her apartment. When I confronted him, instead of apologizing, he said something that broke my heart. Esther, you look at me, look at yourself. You are getting old. Like I stared at him like I don't understand what he was saying. This is what you think of your woman who stood beside you when you had nothing. Are you for real? He shrugged. I needed a woman who make me feel young again. That was what he said. That night I cried until I had no tears left. But the greatest shock came a few months later. David brought Vanessa to our home family. He stood beside her and said, she will be staying here with us. Our children were surprised. My eldest daughter began to cry. Dad, how can you do this to mom? David became angry. This is my house. Like, this is my house. I have to do whatever I want to do with my house. I looked at him quietly and replied, no, David, this house may have been your house, but it's our house. All the document is in our name. But I helped you build this house. The life you are living today, I also helped you out. He ignored me. Vanessa moved into the house. For several weeks, I endured humiliation, but I refused to fight her. Instead, I began rebuilding myself. I returned to the small business I had abandoned years ago. So I reconnected with old friends. I started taking care of myself and also my children. Some of my children started working, they're making money. Most importantly, I stopped begging David to love me. Then something unexpected happened. David's business began to collapse. Gradually. The people he trusted started leaving him. The woman he had chosen over me also changed. When the money stopped flowing, Vanessa disappeared. Then she took some of his valuable things and left without saying goodbye. David returned home broken. He sat in front of me with tears in his eyes. Esther, please forgive me. I looked at the man I had once loved more than every other thing on earth. You didn't leave me because I became old, I said. You left because you forgot the value of the woman who grew old with you. Is that not wickedness? He cried. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I forgave him, oh, but forgiveness did not mean pretending. Nothing had happened. Like I don't pretend as if nothing had happened because it's always in my mind. We went for counseling. We spent months rebuilding the trust we had destroyed. Our marriage survived, but it was never the same. And I learned a lesson I will never forget. Growing older is not a reason to abandon someone who sacrificed her youth building a life with you. Beauty changes. Money can disappear. Seriously. Youth fades, but royalty, sacrifice, character, and genuine love become more valuable with time. If someone stood beside you when you had nothing, don't abandon that person simply because his life had made him older. No, because one day you may discover that the younger person you chose was only attracted to you because his beauty, and that beauty will also fade one day. Be wise. A stitch in time saves nine. Do not make mistake because of beauty. Beauty, they say, fades, but love will always be there. Do not leave that person that supported you when you were building. If not her, you wouldn't have been where you are today. Thank you.